and paying clients and work with them, hire them, and help them. So this is Elisen, and I help spiritual visionary entrepreneurs design a purposeful, spiritual, thriving business so that they can make meaningful money and live a delightful, rich life the way they desire it. So I'm from elisen.com, so go ahead and check me out there. I'm gonna save you the story because you can read it all there. So today I'm really excited to be talking with you about how to attract high-end clients, because I think this is one of the topic where most entrepreneurs wanna they want to work with high-end clients, and I've been speaking with a lot of spiritual entrepreneurs. They too desire to work with them, but what exactly and who exactly are your ideal high-end clients? So what does high-end mean, right? High-end just means that those clients are willing to pay your rates, and we are all at different level. So someone's definition of high-end would be $1 million. Someone's definition of high-end would be 10,000. Someone's definition of high-end would be 500. So there are actually more than enough clients to go around. And there's no need for competition and like, oh my God, like price slashing and all that and so on and so forth. So I'm gonna be jumping back and forth between the Google Hangout here and the Instant Teleseminar. And if you do have a question, please hop over to the Instant Teleseminar line, and you can either press *2 to talk to me, or you can submit your question via the chat box. So I think this topic is really important because whether high-end or not, you do need clients in your business. All right. Why? Because you are in business and you need clients. No clients, no money, no sales, close down, right? So you do need clients in your business. So if you are terrified by the word high-end, then drop the high-end and just in your mind, just think about how to attract your ideal clients. So I'm gonna be sharing with you how. And first of all, you need to know who are your clients. I'm gonna be speaking up to you specifically to the spiritual people, okay? Because I can say this because I'm spiritual, and once upon a time, I just thought that, hey, if I put on you've heard me say this if you've been watching my shows, right? Like, I got my website up, got a domain, so boom, naturally, the clients will come, but that's not the case, all right? So the thing with spiritual people, they're so spiritual up there, their crown chakra is so light up, their crown chakra is so healthy, but their base, their root chakra is off the charts, like off the charts in a not healthy way. So unfortunately, learning how to make money, it's not like something you learn how to breathe naturally. It's a skill that you need to learn. So think about riding the bicycle, cooking, reading ABC. It's not like a skill that you just naturally know, because otherwise there'll be lots of scholars, lots of millionaires around. So it's a skill that you need to learn. So think about like riding the bicycle. The first few days of riding the bicycle is like, oh, it's so torturing. It's like, oh, you fall and come up and you fall. So what if you gave up learning how to ride the bike? Then you'll never learn how to ride the bike. But once you learn how to ride the bike, right, you'll never forget. Like, I haven't been riding a bicycle for like a long time, like more than 10 years. My husband suddenly decided to buy me a bicycle. And, of course, the first few times it was a bit wobbly, but I got it. I managed to ride a bicycle in 10 minutes. So it's a skill that is within yourself. You just need to activate it. It's always been there. So I want to give an example. It's like the iPhone technology and whatever technology that you're into. So why is it like only until now that people have discovered? It's not that this idea, it's not presented, or this idea does not exist in the 1970s. It did. The idea was there. Basically, nobody tapped into it. So think about the technology. We all evolve, we grow. So during the 1970s, I think it was the 1990s, where there was big water bottle mobile phones. They were in trend and were like all in all, like, oh my God, you can actually bring your phone out there. And so it evolved. So similarly, in your own journey, we have to evolve as well. And look at where we have gotten ourselves into now. Like, my God, I can be speaking to you in Singapore in the comfort of my own home, and you're out there somewhere, and I'm connected to you via some invisible energy Wi-Fi, and so similarly, in your journey, business journey is the same. And I was reading an article yesterday by Tony Robbins, and he said, our business is like our baby. We evolve, right? So in the first phase, it's like a baby stage. We learn, we crawl, and we cry, and same thing with your business. So there is a learning curve, and then when you hit the teenage years, you start to become more arrogant and proud, and like, I can do it all, and then you fall, and then you crumble and fall. And that's when as an adult, that you need kind of like systems and structures in place. So just because you are 40 years old, 35, I didn't learn to be financial independent until 30. So just because you're 35 or 38, it doesn't automatically equate that you know how to manage your money and learn how to do your business, because we all start from where we are. And perhaps right now in your business, you are the infancy stage is equating to literally the baby stage. So be gentle to yourself, and the baby doesn't, he falls, he cries, but he doesn't make a big deal out of it. It's like the adults make a big deal of it. Oh, I have 3 kids, so I know, it's like, but my kids, fall down, just try again. So same thing with your entrepreneur journey. You fall down, you try again. You see, the thing is, there's so many startups, plenty of startups, I'm telling you. Most startups quit within the first 6 months. Because they quit, it's not because the business failed. So I don't care what kind of esoteric business you are in, start from where you are. I started as a card reader, and I evolve as I go through, because then you have more knowledge, you have more services to give, and you grow and develop to be a better businesswoman or man, and then God gives you more things you can handle, right? So now I'm even planning to host like a networking event in LA and around the globe. So this wasn't what I initially planned. I just planned to be a stay-at-home mom, pay my own bills, and that's it. Don't even talk about high-end clients, because all I did was, I just want to pay my bills. So the first criteria, beyond knowing who your ideal clients are, you need to have healthy relationship with money. So this is where it is. I wrote a book, and there's lots of typos. So don't write to me and say, hey, you've got typo. I know, I get it, and I sort of like doesn't really bother me, because my thing is about helping you teach you how to make money. So your job is to just go get the essence. I know my job is, I should write it, blah blah blah, but I'm just so excited to get it out. I just want to just get it out there. So the lesson is, you don't need to be perfect to make good money. You just, good is good enough, and you course correct as you go along. All right. So this perfect thing, it's an excuse to keeping you small, and your ego and all that kind of yada yada stories. So the first thing is I've learned is to get out of survival mode. And you have heard me say this for a long time, if you have been following me for quite a while. And the idea of getting us out of the survival mode is not something, people can teach you to grow your list, blah blah blah, but literally 80% of your work is the mindset work and your emotional work. It's easy to give up. It's easy to give up. It's easy to just say, I throw in a towel and just give up. But how much does your dreams worth to you? See, I was just talking to my husband today, every level you go through different stages in life. And of course, it's easy to be stuck in the comfort zone. Like, you want to get to the next level, even if like 500 to 1,000, you need to be a different person. And that even that $500, you need to be a different person. And that means you need to do the work meaning the emotional work. Who do you become? And that's the yucky part that entrepreneurs, oh gosh, I don't want to deal with it. But, let me tell you something. 80% is not the business and structures. 80% is all mindset work. It's all the internal work. Why? Because your environment is a reflection of your internal work. So if you're attracting clients who cannot afford, this is the fact, right? I've spoken to a lot of spiritual entrepreneurs. Like, I really want to make a lot of money. I really want to serve clients that are willing to pay me, and I'm willing to do this. And my experience has told me, if you're not attracting them, you're not a high-end client. You have been caught up with your own money story, and therefore your energy is of the repelling energy. So your clients are a mirror of you, exact mirror image of you. So whatever you're going through, your clients are going through. And if you're in the healer consulting kind of like coaching business, then it is your job to get over your money story, be a bigger person, so that you can take a stand for your clients and say, you know what, these are all BS. you know, most people who say they want to hire, you know, it's like $97. They tell themselves they don't have the money, but here they are spending $6 on Starbucks every day for their coffee. So it's a value system. It's what they value. So most women, you must know and understand that we are not taught to invest in ourselves. So they would try to wiggle themselves out of the story, like, and then they'll look for free stuff. And touch your heart and ask yourself, when you receive the free stuff, how willing are you to actually take action? The reason why, you know, I became successful so quickly is because I invested a lot of money, and damn it, I want to make the money back, right? So my thing is about, I need to make the money back. I want to make the money back, and so that I actually make a profit and not be in the loss. So that was my energy, and you get what you ask for, and boom, the clients show up. So the number one thing is really to get out of survival mode and go from, I think a lot of people are so terrified of sales, but think about it. Sales, serving is selling. So don't think about selling. Think about, if the clients did not give you that permission, you have no right to heal them. You have no right to serve them. You have no right to coach them, because there isn't this divine contract in place. So you are not in business to go heal them and coach them, because we all have free will. And what makes you think they want to be coached? What makes you so sure they want to be healed? So until they say yes and pay you, you have no business to go do whatever you need to do with them. That's what it is. So selling is serving. Serving is selling. So if you get that, you get that. And so the thing is, get out of survival mode. I know when we are all struggling, we need money to pay the bills and so on and so forth. But still, you know, I feel like you need to train your mind to get from surviving to serving. Like, these clients can really, 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 really benefit from my services, and then your energy shifts. And, you know, to really allow God to be in place. So, like, there's so many programs that I want to do. There's so many things that I want to do. It's like, entrepreneurs have great ideas. They start and they don't complete, right? So to make sure that this is something that you will start and finish, you play the whole tape through. Like, how does your body feel like? Does this really feel authentic to you? Like, create something and let it sit. You know, if you're like me, I'm really excited, like the book, right? I just want to get it out. If I had actually allowed it to sit, it would be perfect, right? So in your programs, it's not like the ebook, you know, you are really dealing with a human being. So think about, are you really light up about this particular program that you are offering? Do you want to hire yourself, right? So don't create just for the sake of creating. And let me tell you something, high-end clients, your clients, let's drop the high-end. Your clients are looking for solutions. They are looking to solve their problems. So it doesn't really matter what you say, there's one typo error or not. Your high-end clients already know that they want to get there. And most of the people, what they're selling is features and benefits. Nobody buys features and benefits. Just imagine, like, if so you decide to hire me to help you get there first and double and triple your income. If I tell you that you need to do X, Y, and Z to get there, you might be turned off because your ego is there. Let me give an example. Like, you know, 3 years ago, I wanted to be a millionaire already. And I found this guy who can literally, I mean, he has so many testimonials, and he can help entrepreneurs get there within 12 months. I freaked out. I didn't want to do what I thought he would want me to do. So I freaked out. So it's those steps that freak the entrepreneurs out. Do I want to be millionaires? Yeah, for sure. Am I really so hard up about it? No, I don't think so. So that didn't sell me, right? What sold me was to get on my $1 days and to actually have a sustainable income. That was what lit me up, and that was what I went for. So you must know what your clients want. You don't sell them like, you know, you do your business structures and your blog and this. Nobody gives a shit. I honestly ask yourself, does this blogging thing completely light you up? Does this driving traffic completely light you up? Does this Facebook thing completely? No, right? So why do you need to do the Facebook ads, driving the traffic, blah, blah, blah? What is the result that you're after? What is the result that you're after?
all right? And talk to your people, survey them, what are they after? I know my people want a thriving spiritual business. They want to monetize their gifts and make meaningful money. Yes or no, right? You want to make meaningful money. You just don't want to just make any sort of money, because you can make money in plenty of ways, right? You can be in real estate, you can go find a job, you can, I don't know, yeah, basically, or strike lottery or something. But you want to make meaningful money. You want to use your gifts to impact the world and change the world, and at the same time be divinely compensated for it. So you want this meaningful money, right? Right? Yes, say yes. So that's what we are all after. I know these are my clients, right? So if those clients who are really going for the real estate, then obviously they're just after the money. They're very emotionless about it. So they are not my clients. They're not my ideal clients, right? And of course, my clients need to be spiritual as well. We believe in God, and however your definition is, this one thing, like spiritual people think spiritual is spiritual, but we have so many levels of spirituality. Your level may not be the same as mine and someone else. So our definition is very different, but the fundamental core of it is we believe there is a universe and a friendly God and a loving God and that sort of thing. And so that's what it matters, all right? Because we're all on a journey and we are at different stages in life. So sell the results, not the features, not the benefits. Nobody gives a shit, all right? And when you're doing conversations with your people, learn to listen to what they really, really want. Just because they say, oh, I want to be a ballerina, but it doesn't work out, or yeah, nobody wants to pay me, and I'm like, yeah, that's sure. And like, oh, I'm taking that procrastination. The deeper meaning is they are scared. They are really, really afraid. And like, I don't have the money. Oh, no, no. Really? You don't have the money? Or you're not willing to do whatever it takes to go after it. So what is it really about? So you have to learn to listen and feel what the underlying truth is. I have a client, like she says, nobody has made me cry during a session. I haven't spoken to her before. This was the first session. And then she cried because I listened and I felt her soul and her heart and desires. And so she became my client. So she hired me. So this is the thing. All right. And the next thing is beyond all this business and structures is really your self-worth and how much you're charging. People say your net worth is your net worth. I feel like as spiritual entrepreneurs, as all entrepreneurs, it is your self-worth that equates to your net worth. How much you love yourself is going to reflect in the bank account. Think about this. Let me explain. Like, so recently on the TSC, the Spiritual Entrepreneurs, and if you're not part of the Spiritual Entrepreneurs group, please go ahead to Facebook and search these Spiritual Entrepreneurs and get yourself there to network with other amazing spiritual entrepreneurs, all right? And so one of this girl on the TSC was raving about this coach, and she's so amazing. She helped me bust through so many things in half an hour. And I'm like, whoa, that's great. That's fantastic. That's an awesome coach. And then she posted, I used to be charging $50, and now for a special rate, I'm charging $25. And I'm like, what? What? All the amazing things, and you're only charging $25? So my thing is, then are you so confident in your services? Like, your rates literally reflect your self-confidence. Of course, there are more than enough clients. So of course, she's going to be attracting those people who think they only have $25. Trust me, most of my clients who come to me, who pay my rate, initially will say they don't have the money, but they were willing to put it themselves in the game and go for it, learn how to make money, and boom. That is what it is. I didn't let them off the hook so easily, because if they knew how to make money, they would have already been there. Why are they even talking to me? So my thing is taking a stand. So I cleared my own money story, not to buy their money story, and take a stand because all things are possible. We all have equal opportunities, because don't forget, remember, I came from $1 days, and I decided I was going to do whatever it takes, legally, morally, and without prostitution. I told God, like, hey, I want to be successful without without in that legal, morally, and that kind of thing, and I really wanted it. And within 3 months, boom. So I know it's possible, and therefore it is possible for you too. So I didn't let my clients off the hook. It's not about the money, but it's them telling themselves this story they cannot do it. I'm taking stand that you can do it. How often in life have people let you off the hook, right? And therefore you are where you are right now, right? If I let you off the hook as well, then you'll never get there. So learn to work with your money story and know that it is possible. All things are possible. It's about you. It's easier to say, I don't have the money and you don't do things. Same thing with your clients. If they say, I don't have the money, so they don't know how to work on themselves. They don't have to do, so they're creating excuses for themselves. So are you a high-end client yourself? So many people I've talked to, because they are in the survival mode, and therefore they think by charging this amount of money, they will just feed themselves and blah, blah, blah. But are you a high-end client yourself? You cannot attract but people who are not. It's just like love. Women say they want to find true love, and they know it's possible because they see left, right, and center, their friends and people around them are happily married. And of course, there are people who are not, but let's focus on those who are happily married. Like me and my husband, people think we are perfect. We are like, but we have our own shit too. We quarrel, we argue, we almost want to leave one another. This is life, right? We work at our relationship to where we are right now, and I'm sure the next level comes, we are going to be fighting, but this is life, this is normal. So do I give up the relationship? Yeah, there was a point in time I wanted to give up, but thank God I didn't give up. And so it's the same thing with your entrepreneurship, your business. How you do one thing is how you do everything. Do you give up easily, right? So 80% of the work is literally yourself. It's the best personal development you can ever do to yourself. It's becoming the person or the woman that you are meant to be. Why is my head tilted here? So my I'm sorry. So you have to know yourself, okay? That's beyond knowing who your clients are. You need to know yourself, because your clients are coming to you for a solution, and therefore they see you as the light. Going back to the story, yes, your rates reflect your confidence, right? Like Warren Buffett, he charges $1 million to have lunch with him. Why? Because he's so confident that his stuff works. So $25, I'm not sure. Even you have a fantastic coach, it's time to ramp it up to even $97 somewhere. $25 is too low. Come on. And if you are a business coach, what are you modeling for your clients? Seriously. It's like, if I'm a health coach, so I don't teach health. Like, if you're a health coach, you don't at least have like some kind of toned body. What are you modeling for your clients? So it's like, you want to have high-end clients, you want to charge 100, but you don't even believe you can get 100. You don't even invest in, like, give it $100 on someone else or in yourself. There is no way, let me tell you, there is no way you will be attracting high-end clients, all right? So think about this. This is law of attraction. This is like the karma of business, law of attraction, okay? So know exactly what you're offering, because yes, although they may be high-end, they may be highly motivated, they want to do whatever, but it's like, what are you offering? Are you helping them with losing 10 pounds? Are you helping them with getting a healthier body? Are you helping them with clearer skin? Are you helping them with making 10K in whatever, And here's the thing, right? 10K in 30 days? I'm not so sure. It is absolutely possible, but don't sell something so airy-fairy. Sell something that your clients want. So it is your duty to go talk to them and see what they want exactly. All right. So, and then the next thing is ask yourself, is there any resistance? For me, I knew just last year, I knew there was like, I hit a certain income bracket and I wanted to go to the next. And it's not that I can't. I know I can, but there was resistance within myself. So, you can make $1 million. Who can't, right? Look at everyone. I mean, if they can do it, you can do it too. So what's stopping you is the resistance within yourself. So your job is to go find the resistance and know what your resistance is. Like Carl Jung said, until you make your unconscious conscious, you will direct your life, and you direct your life, and you call it fate. So check within yourself, what is the resistance that what if you actually make 10,000? Right? Because so often we are so comfortable in the survival mode that or the drama or the stories, that without these stories and drama, who do you actually have to become? And And it may be something really foreign to yourself, maybe foreign to you, and your ego is like, oh my God, and the bells are ringing, and that's what, I don't think that the ego is a bad thing. The ego survival, main thing for survival is to, the main thing for its function is to, for you to survive, right? So anything outside the norm, it's things that you're going to die. So you need to create more new normals in your life to change your belief system, to change the, your lifestyle. So you need to create more of the new normals so that your ego mind accepts this as a new normal, and therefore it's not gonna like 10,000 is like off the charts, or whatever it is. So talk to your ego mind, right? What are you so afraid of? Like a lot of women I've spoken to, they want to make 10,000, they want to make whatever X amount of money, but it's the fear of what people think of them, the fear of looking needy, the fear of looking greedy. Oh, that's a huge thing. And it's like the fear of what other people think of them. So work with it. Those are the fundamental core fears, right? And so it's not that you don't want to, it's not that you can't, it's just you're not giving yourself that permission because there's just so many other X, Y, and Z baggages that's stopping you. So it is time to actually, sometimes going after the business and structures is an excuse not to work on yourself. I say this and I repeat again. 80% of your work, it's not, the business and structures. Yes, that's in place. Like Tony Robbins did say, you need business and structures to support your business. Yes, but 80% is the work, the inner work, and to become who you need to become, to give up or to actually go for it. All right. And then you will get 80% the results with 20% of inspired action. That's what we all want. Like I started the Spiritual Entrepreneurs, minimum effort, I mean, the major effort was my own emotional struggles and my conversations with God. Like I want it right now, and then that was like the most emotional stuff. And then one day when he decided I was ready, he gave me the Spiritual Entrepreneurs. He collected all my experiences. I'm spiritual. That was time where I decided I'm gonna come out of the spiritual closet again, because I was hiding it for a while. And so I came out again, and I know enough about entrepreneurship right now and networking and so on and so forth. And then so he collected my experiences and he gave me the Spiritual Entrepreneurs group, right? And every day there are amazing people requesting to join. Minimum effort from me, all right? So, and that's how my group grew. It's you, all right? Get it? And so one of the things you can ask yourself is, are you being cheap with yourself? I remember reading, somebody was telling me about Oprah. She's a Kabazillion heiress, right? And then even she was saying something in an article, and this person told me, so I'm going to be paraphrasing it. So she was washing her hair, and those sachets, right? Those sachets, and she split half, and she said she wanted to keep the other half for something else. And then she stopped herself, and she said, why am I doing this to myself? Like, it's not that I don't have enough. I mean, why am I saving this for another day when I could obviously use this and buy this again? So are you being cheap with yourself, right? I'm not saying to go buy a Ferrari right now or go buy the next LV bag when you don't have enough in your bank right now. That's not what I'm saying. Start from something really, really small. Like, let me give you an example. Like lipstick. We all love lipstick. So there's this Chanel brand which probably costs $25, and the Maybelline brand probably costs $12. So who do you go for? Like, oh, it's so red, and maybe I'll go for the cheaper one. But your true desires is really the Chanel one. Then go for it. The difference is not that great, right? So, and think about like little things like going to a hotel lobby for coffee. It's not that much, all right? It's, say, I think it's about $15, maximum $20, depending on what you drink. So $20 versus coffee at the Starbucks or Coffee Bean, $5, $6. What's the difference? Like $10. You have $10, right? So I'm saying, like, if that particular day you are particularly craving for that Starbucks coffee, then go for it. But I'm saying, like, if you really want to hang out at the hotel, then go for it. It's just $10. It's not much of a difference. So you change your mind with little actions like this. Small little actions creates huge impact in your environment, like the butterfly effect. Like, so it changes your unconscious mind. So when you raise your level of
living your standard of expectation of yourself. It's not your clients right now, it's you. You raise the standard of yourself. So then you will stop attracting and you don't have to serve yucky clients versus you can serve yummy clients. So I was having a conversation today on the TSC and somebody was saying, you've made enough money, you don't have to, you can get to choose who you want to work with. No, it's not that. So what it tells me is your level of confidence. Like you feel like you need to serve everyone, and what makes you a yes woman? Does your client really need a yes woman, or tell them the truth, right? As a boss, I don't want yes people. I want people who can challenge me and give me their thoughts, and then our company will grow. Not like, yes, Elise, you're the best, whatever you say is true. Like, I know I'm not the smartest, right? So your clients want to hire people who give them a different perspective, unless they are those who they want to hire you for the sake of them wanting to hear what they want to say. Then they're not your ideal clients, because then nothing's going to change for them anyway, because they don't need a coach or whatever. They need a paid friend. All right. So you do get to choose who you want to work with, right? It's not that you don't have a choice. It is your business, and you know what's best for yourself. Like, if this client is suitable for your services, and is she willing to do the work? Or because if you're gonna serve clients like this, guess what? They're gonna be whiny. They're gonna complain, and they're not gonna do the work. And at the end of the day, they're gonna complain about you. They're gonna blame you. So right from the start, butt it out. Take a stand for yourself. Know who you want to serve. Who are your ideal clients? They're not complaining. They're not whiny. I don't want to serve them. I know it's like, if I see that they have too much emotional stuff going on and they're just going in circles, I don't want to work with them, because we're just going on in circles and it's not going to get them anywhere. I want results. They want results. They may not want results. They just want to whine and complain and be a victim, right? I don't want that. I want to work with high achieving entrepreneurs to change the world and make this world a difference. Like being whiny, so yep. And the next thing is, I know this typo thing has been going on in my TSE, but frankly, it's not the typos, it's the branding. Just think about this. Like, I want to give you my own personal example so that I don't piss anyone off. Like, my own example, like my website probably has got typos, right? But go to my website, eliseann.com. It's like, I love my website. Initially, I didn't have any much expectation. My website was good. I mean, it's pretty, but I had website shame. I wasn't very proud of it because I knew I wasn't doing a lot of work on it, and it's good, it's not like a fugly looking thing, funny and ugly. It's not a fugly looking thing, and it's not like some template of blogger. So it's okay. I like it, but I had website shame. So that energy was off, and I didn't want to direct people to my website. And so with my new website, I hired a high-end photographer, and I hired a awesome website designer, and boom, you see the results. I love it. I just love for people to hang out in my website, just check it out, and the hangout rate there, it's longer because it's pleasant, it's nice. So which is more important, the website designer or the photos? I think both has to click, because if my designer did what she did, and if my photos did not support her design, it would not have worked. So branding is so important. I think photos are really so important, because the photo speaks 1,000 words, and it's the energy, and it's the high resolution, and so on and so forth, and therefore it's a reflection of you, because most of your clients or your potential clients have not known you yet. Because it's like, if they have already worked with you, they will be thinking, oh my god, you're so awesome, but they don't know you yet. So you need to project your future self, right? I've gone to people's website, like, really, like, with no offense, but you want to charge like this amount and your website is looking like this, who's gonna buy it? So everything is about energy, and Einstein said this: you attract what you radiate. And so your website has to vibrate, has to have a certain level of vibration. It's a certain kind of feeling, how you make people feel. All right, so work on the branding, and it will really pay off. It's an investment. You need to pay to play. If you're not even willing to invest in your business to have that first impression, then you have lost it. Like people are talking, you're not an empowerment coach, blah, 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 your typos. Look, I'm not teaching English. I'm teaching you how to make money. So do you want me to teach you English, or do you want me to teach you how to make meaningful money? So, and I'm so honest with it. Some people will like it, some people don't. And this is another point I want to bring up. Speaking your truth will weed off the non-ideal clients, because trust me, as you build your visibility, and visibility is another thing, as you build your visibility, you will gain lovers, as in the people who love you and your fans, and you will gain haters as well. So the more haters you have, the more lovers you have, the more fans you have, and just that's the way it is. And recently and women are emotional creatures, let's face it. We don't work like men. I wanted to work with this coach. She's really so awesome. She helps people get results and blah blah blah. And then suddenly she posted something about there's this other woman that I absolutely love. She's a billionaire. One's a millionaire, one's a billionaire, and I absolutely adore the billionaires. And she said something about her parenting style, and I happen to gear more towards the billionaires. And then I judged her, and I'm like, you know what? I don't want to work with her anymore. But that's me being emotional. But on the practical side, I know her expertise can definitely help me with my business. Women are emotional, so you need to look at the results, right? So the less emotional you are in your business as a woman, the more you're able to focus on the results and the real thing. Men don't function like this. They are very results oriented. Therefore, they strike deals left, right, and center so quickly, right? That's why Singapore Airlines does not have female pilots, because they feel like men can make decisions when emergency happens, and therefore women are not included there. There is a scientific proof with it. So as a woman, it doesn't mean that you are doomed. You can work on those emotional stuff, right? And train your mind to be more less emotional and judgmental, and don't take it so personal. I mean, come on, I came from a very codependent background, and I was needy. I was dating men who tell me what to do. Come on, right? I was that person. But since building my business, I have learned to make strong decisions for myself as a woman, and therefore I think like a man and I act like a woman. So this is necessary for yourself as a woman. You need to become the woman that people respect, and your words mean something. So if you're needy and you're like, who wants to listen to you, right? So think about that as well. So that's so much about being the woman that you need to be. All right, and I'm gonna pop over to the Q&A very shortly, and I have, so yes, any questions about the branding? Like, seriously, don't use your high school picture or your, if you need, sometimes our smartphones has got very good resolutions. If you need, use that. Make sure not your hair like, it's like, gosh, I really have seen people's, and they're wondering why they're not getting clients, because their energy has to match, right? Think about your own buying process. You absolutely adore this coach, and then you go to a website, you're like, immediately, boom, that's it. Even though her English is so perfect, I gotta say, even though it's so perfect, but it's the whole thing, that how it makes you feel, right? So this is exactly how your prospects think, because if you're a woman, she's a woman, and I don't care whether you are this ABC type and BBC type, whatever it is, women are emotional, and you got to understand where your clients are coming from. People who are more highly motivated in the level 3 entrepreneurs, they are more, their emotions are more, balanced. They know, and they work on themselves. If you're working with level 2, level 1, their emotions, especially level 1, it'd be like, so you need to know where they are at, all right? And they really need a lot of confidence, and if your website is not reflecting the confidence they're looking for, that's it. You're a goner, regardless of how good you are with your typos, with your English. That's it, all right? So branding, focus on the results. Okay, so I have a question prior to the show, and the question is, what makes a high-end paying client want to invest in one coach but not the other? Well, we all have free will, right? And what makes one want to invest in another, it's a very different thing. So like I said, so it's the results basically. And I think you need to work with somebody that you trust. You know, I found my coach through the internet basically, and I did a little search on her, and I fell in love with her, and I've been with her since. It's been 3 years. So it's about how you make that person feel. It's all about how you make that person feel. So like I said again, most people want to be heard. They don't know what they really want, but if you can really tap in and dive into like, is this what you really want, or versus and that, and they want to be heard, chances are they will be investing in you. And you know, if you look at the coaching industry, I'm just going to say it because that's my industry, and some people will go for the high-end one, which is the gurus. But if you want personal attention, you may not want to go for them because you're not going to get a lot of personal attention from them, right? You may need private coaching from still a high-end coach. So it depends on what that person offers. One person may be high-end, but she offers only one-to-one, and the other high-end will be offering group programs. So it really depends on what you want as a client, right? And of course, as a coach, you have to be really absolutely clear in what you're offering and the results that you are helping your clients achieve. Like for me, it's not just good enough to make money. You have to make money that lights you up, right? This like lifestyle marketing and, you know, taking a picture by the beach is not my style. You know, I don't need to show you too much of my fancy lifestyle to market, because that's not who I am. You know, because most of the days, first of all, I've got not much of those lifestyle pictures to show. I'm a mother. I'm most of the time I'm in my pajama pants and sending my kids to school. So I will show that, like, I'm going to take my kids to school right now. And so those pictures will reflect and attract those clients for you. All right. It's again really how it makes you feel, how the coach makes you feel as a client. Coming from that space, we all have the money to hire who we want to hire. So it's about not pleasing. I don't need to please my clients. So you just be who you are, and the clients will hire you based on their own thing. I mean, they will have done enough research. I mean, if you're investing $10,000, I bet, you know, nobody is going to just wake up and say, you know, I'm going to hire a coach today. No, they would have done enough research on the coaching industry, on who they want to hire, who they want to work with, and what, you know, they would have done their homework. They would have already done their homework. We're talking about high-end clients, right? So that's personal choice. Alrighty, I'm gonna jump to the Q&A section and see if there are any questions. Whoa. So if any questions for me, please go to the teleseminar page and type in your questions. No questions on high-end clients? Really? Let me quickly jump to the Facebook to see if I have any questions there. So you have heard of this saying, right? Like your vibe attracts your tribe, which is so, so true. So I want you to actually think about if you have any cheapo energy in your vibration, and if you do, just switch it. Like, you know, the other day I was just you know, I had my own whining period as well, you know, and then I really wanted to move. I really, really, really wanted that house, and I told myself it's okay. No, no, it's really okay. And you know what? I decided to go see the house again one more time. Because for me, I make decisions very quickly. If I see I like it, that's it. I don't have to like see A, B, C, D, E, F, G. No, I don't. Because I like the area, I like the house, I like the way it looks, and I make decisions like this very, very quickly. So successful people are like this. They make decisions very quickly because they know what they want. And I gave myself this excuse like, no, it's not for me. It's really okay. And the first time I went to see the house, it was me, my husband, and my second daughter. And I did take the entire clan to go see it, right? And then I told so something, tapping into my desires, and like, what do I really, really want? This is what I really, really want. And I'm okay, I'm gonna buy a new house. And my housekeeper was saying like, no, I really want to stay here. I'm like, okay, so let's go see the house first, and then you make the decision whether what you want. So that day, just out of the blue, I decided to honor my desires. And I took the entire family, 3 daughters, husband, well, basically my husband drove us, and the housekeeper to see the house. And they were all in awe. Even my oldest daughter, she was like, no, mommy, I want to stay here because we have a nice neighborhood and blah, blah, blah. And since that day, everyone has, when are we moving? When are we shifting? Oh my God, even my second, oh, mommy, I really want that house. And it's really nice. All right. And there is a reason as well why I wanted my entire family to go, because we want to manifest this as a family. It's, it's really out of the budget, but if you come from the space, all things are possible. And I told myself, if I don't honor my desires and really go after it, what am I living for? Like, to live this mediocre, like, okay, I'm just gonna settle for this life? I mean, come on, I want to shine and live on purpose. And so if I allow myself to deny myself and betray myself that this is really my true desires, then I'll never be able to succeed in whatever that I want to do in life. So since then, we came back and we had a family discussion like, who wants to live in a house? Yay! Everybody raised up their hands. And so I told my housekeeper, see, you must see what's the future there. You cannot just decide based on where you are right now and then like, this is good for me. But what if something is even better? We all fell in love with the house. And it's like, I don't know how and when it's going to happen, but I know that's my true desires and I'm not letting it go. I honored it and I feel so happy now. I feel so happy thinking about the house. So what I need to do is I just need to focus. That is my desire. Like, if money is not an issue, what would you do? So most of us have allowed money to control us and decide the kind of life that we can and cannot live. So aside from that, same thing. Clients, right? You want to charge 10,000? Go ahead and charge 10,000. There will be people who are willing to pay you. You are not allowing that to happen for yourself. All right. So once again, I've written the ebook filled with typo errors, but go and get it. And because there is a message there that is beyond the typos and the grammatical errors. English not my first language. I try and do it as the best that I can. Even as I speak, it's not as fluent. And you know what? In the past, I used to think like my English sucks, like my pronunciation sucks. It's not. I don't have that American slang or the British slang. I used to deny myself, like I'm just a Singaporean. I have the weird Singaporean accent, and I don't want to speak, and I feel so small about myself, and blah blah blah. And that. So it's not about the way you speak. It's the way you make people feel. And look at the 3,000 over people that I'm hosting around the globe. I don't think how I speak matters, because most of it's on, typing, and it's the message that I have. It's the message of me being comfortable with myself. And the irony is, like, I'm helping people craft their marketing message, and they are doctors, lawyers, and their English is first language. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that weird? So when you tap into the higher level of consciousness, it doesn't matter. It's the energy, it's the thing that you serve, the things that you do to serve them and solve their problem. Because I have a gift to draw out those messages and the unique messages so that you don't have to, fight with the gazillion people that is in the same industry. That's my gift. And that's nothing to do with English, right? And so in your own area, you have your own gift as well. So regardless of whether your accent is like this or like that or whatever, it's what you do. It's the problems you help people solve, the solutions that you have. All right? And that is what's gonna pay. And that's people are willing to pay, right? Because people are sleepless worrying about how the next client is going to come, how they're going to this and this. And those who have bumped their heads enough will be willing to invest in themselves so that they can shortcut their learning journey. I mean, I could potentially take, in the past, without this coaching industry, the typical time frame for one to be a millionaire is 10 years. 10 years. Now you hear people 3 years, 2 years, even a year, they become millionaire. Why? Because knowledge is there. Success leaves footprints. And if you follow those who already have the results, just repeat after them, because Wallace Waffle said, so, success people do things a certain way. And most likely you're not doing those things in a certain way, and therefore you're not getting those results. So it's a certain ways, your mindset, and just study how the successful people do. It's not that they don't have problems, they do. It's how they handle, manage, and then they grow from there. All right, successful people don't let the lack of money stop them from embarking on their yummy projects. Same thing with you. Start from where you are, but think from where you want to be. And most women, I say this with complete love, most women don't even give themselves the permission to dream. And dreams are free. Daydream. Just project yourself, like, what if this, what if this, just play with it, right? And if it so lights you up, it changes your molecules instantly. All right, so I know you have a gift and you know you have a talent, so stop being the world's best kept secret and get your name out there. The answer is yes. So I hope to see you soon and speak to you soon, and remember to get your free ebook, and I'll see you next week. And if you haven't gotten your butts to the TSE, the Spiritual Entrepreneurs, go there and I'll see you there. You have a great week ahead and see you soon. Bye.